Hello, welcome back to another video. If you have been following me, you know that I've been contributing to an open source project, the Biome open source project. So let's get back to it. Since my last commit, I got some comment from the automatic code review by the Code Rabbit AI bot. And I guess this is the longest comment that I got. So there are other comments, but let's get back first to this one. It says that I'm only checking JS object expressions and JS sequence expressions, but my code is not accounting for expressions such as this one, for instance. So I got some suggestions on how to fix that. So I guess that there is nothing I have to think about myself. The code is already suggested. I guess I just have to go and then just use it. So maybe for recap, so here is the rule that I'm trying to port from ESLint to Biome, and what the rule is doing is that when there is an arrow function that contains only a single statement, and if that arrow function contains the return, so the return will just be removed. And last time I implemented here this action, and in the body of this action, if it is a JS object expression, in case of JS object expressions and JS sequence expression, we add parentheses around the expression. But the comment that I got is saying that I'm not accounting for every expression that I may have. So let's just try to fix that. And as I was saying, there is not much that I have to do, because I just have to copy this one. Obviously, it will complain that this function is not yet implemented. And I got this function as well that I have to put here. So in this era of artificial intelligence, I guess the work is so easy for us as contributors, and for me as new-time contributor on this open source project, it kind of makes it easier for me, knowing that my work is reviewed directly by the bot, and I got suggestions, I got ideas on how I can implement the features quickly. So I guess what I can just do as well here, so I guess everything is done. I even didn't need to use this import, maybe because they already imported. Let's check. They are not imported, but I don't know why it's not complaining that well, normally it should complain. But let's see. I will now run the linter and see if the compiler is complaining. So, okay, obviously it's complaining about import not used. So we will also complain that there are some import that are missing. So for me having this automatic code review, it makes it easier and easier to contribute. So contributing to open source may seem overwhelming, especially if you are a first-time contributor. But now with all the AI tools that are existing, it makes it easier as a first-time contributor to get into a project and to be able to contribute. And I guess it's also satisfying to know that, okay, maybe we don't know everything, but these AI tools, they're just help making our lives easier as first-time contributors. So I have some errors. Okay, so maybe let me now just go and add this import as I was suggested. So it's complaining that these are all unused expressions. Okay, so if I run this linter, obviously it will fail. I thought that the code that I got will just make everything work right away, but apparently not. So first of all, I have to remove all these import because apparently they are not used. And now if I run my linter, I still have the errors. The compiler is complaining because it says that the expression could be simplified. So I thought that the automatic code review, the code that is suggesting could work right away, but apparently not. So for me, after reading this code, I don't think that we need to recursively put parentheses around expressions, because that's not exactly what we want to do here. Because I guess that what this code here is doing is that if the expressions contains other expressions, so it tries to add parentheses around all the expressions. But I don't think that this is what we are supposed to do. So I guess if it's GS object expressions or GS sequence expressions, I guess the same thing goes for GS parenthesized expression. I don't know exactly what kind of expressions they are, but for TS as expressions and TS satisfies expression as well, we want to be able to put the parentheses around all those expressions. And I guess in all other cases, we do not want to add parentheses around those expressions. The function needs parentheses in concise body. It checks if you have GS object expressions, if you have GS sequence expressions, if you have GS parenthesized expression, if you have TS as expression and TS satisfies expressions. For all those expressions, we put a parenthesis around the expressions, and for other type of expressions, there is nothing that will be added to that expression. So now if I run the linter again, so normally I don't think that I don't think it will complain. It does complain. So it's complaining about the syntax because there are better way to do it, of course. So let me see how it was written before. So before I was just using an if. So I guess that is a simpler way of writing it. I'm newer to Rust, so I'm trying to learn Rust at the same time while I'm contributing. So I guess instead of just using this matching pattern this way, it could be written in a simpler way this way. If I run my linter again, now this time around it worked. So I also want to run the format as well. But what I want to do now is I want to generate the binary of Biome. So for that, I want to have a look at the documentation again. I already generated it during my last video, but I want to see the command line to generate the binary of Biome again. So I want to go to the contribution guide. So now I want to generate the binary for the project again. The reason why I'm doing it is that I will use the binary that is generated and I will try to run it against the code that I wrote previously and see that if this new code that I wrote does not add some regression regarding the functionality to port the arrow body style of ESLint to Biome. So I wanted to make sure that this needs parenthesis in concise body that I just wrote is doing the same thing as the code that I wrote before. So let's check that. So my binary is generated. If I go to target debug, so now here is the binary. So I will open the project that I wrote last time. I call it the use Biome project. So what I will just do is that I will just copy this binary to my project, and now I have two examples files, example.ts and example.js. So what I can do here is that I could just use a return statement first. And I can do the same thing here. If I run the command line to lint this project and to format it, normally it should add parentheses around these expressions. So that's it. But now if we add the satisfies, let's see how it behaves. So it should be in the TypeScript. So let's see how this expression will be formatted. So it's formatted as we wanted. Now I can just commit this code. We also have other suggestions from the bot, but maybe I could just make several commits. So I could say just I'm improving the expressions check. For parentheses. And I can push this. So while this is running, I could go back to GitHub and see all the comments that I got. So the code review suggested that I also add these cases to my test cases. So if I go to valid.js, and also I want to add also this in the invalid.js. So I also have some suggestions regarding the doc that I have here. Think that I have to add this. So I also made some changes regarding the doc. So I got some suggestions. So I add more valid cases here, and then also more description, and to say that the rule does not repulse in some cases. So I got these suggestions as well. So I think that it makes my code review a little bit improved for the one that is going to review this code. So what I'm now going to do as well on this here is that I will delete this comment. I will delete it, and also I will delete this comment as well. What I will do instead here is that I will say that is now done. I think that my code is now improved, so I feel more confident. So that's why I was saying earlier that now with all this automatic code review, with now AI, if it gives more power, more confidence to first-time contributors. So myself, I'm not that familiar with Rust. I'm learning it while at the same time trying to contribute. So it really shows that with a little bit of dedication and passion, we can all make open source a better world. So I could just now make a final commit for today, for this video. So I'm sure that I will have maybe other comments, be them automatic or from maintainers. But one thing for sure is that me myself, I feel more confident about this code. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this contribution to the open source project Biome. Let me know if you yourself have contributed to an open source project. But as for me, let's see each other in another video.